Hey everyone, I'm Joel on the road, and today my UNESCO World Heritage journey is in Paris on the banks of the Seine. Now I'm here on the Pont Neuf, one of the main bridges across the Seine, and it's right in the heart of the World Heritage area here. Because as you float down the Seine, you can really see why Paris has just been such an important city for the last 1,000 years. You have impressive Gothic churches and cathedrals with like Notre-Dame and Saint-Chapelle, and then incredible examples of town planning from the 18th and 19th centuries, and of course, at the end, the crowning glory of the industrial era, the Eiffel Tower. Behind me, you can see the Notre-Dame Cathedral, and it's one of the most famous and influential cathedrals in the world. It was a template for Gothic architecture, and the style developed here influenced right across the continent, starting in the 11th century. So this is the Louvre Museum, and it's the largest museum in the world, and of course the '1 tourist attraction in the entire world as well. It's built in the 14th century as a royal palace and was converted to an art museum in 1793 during the French Revolution. There's not really a whole lot more I can say about it other than that it has an enormous collection and it's somewhere you definitely should visit. This is the Tuileries Gardens, and it's one of the central axes of Paris. You have the Louvre at this end and the Arc de Triomphe at the other, and it's an absolute landmark of development in public spaces and city planning and that sort of thing. It's just so beautiful and such a great open urban area for everyone to enjoy. Now this is the Place de la Concorde, and it's the absolute heart of Paris. We have two very important buildings either side, the Tuileries Gardens just here, and on my other side is the start of the Champs-Élysées. Now the obelisk behind me is a very interesting story because it was borrowed from Egypt during the time of Napoleon. Now they took it from the outside of Luxor Temple, which is actually a World Heritage Site and somewhere that I've been before. At the front, there's one obelisk standing and a plinth just next to it, but no obelisk. Now, one other interesting story from this space is that it was the absolute hotbed of the French Revolution, and King Louis XVI, Marie Antoinette, and many others met their fate at the hand of Madame la Guillotine, right here. Now, this marina on the banks of the Seine is the last remnant that you can find of Paris's working river port. There's not really much left other than this small smattering of houseboats behind me, but it really gives you a little glimpse into what the wharfs and the docks must have been like hundreds of years ago. The only boats these days are tourist boats up and down the river. Well, you can see where I am, and it's the end of the World Heritage Area here on the banks of the Seine in Paris. And it's just such a classic example of early industrial era design and technology. It's huge, it's beautiful, it's powerful, and it's a symbol of a nation. I absolutely love it. Well, it's been a really interesting day here because we've started over on the western edge of the World Heritage Zone where the Notre-Dame and the Île and Île Saint-Louis are. And you can really see the development of Paris as it's gone from a small, tightly packed city further and further west into the huge open spaces you can see behind me of the late 19th and early 20th centuries, like the Champs de Mars and la Tour Eiffel behind me. It's been really interesting to see. Anyway, that's it from me here in Paris. Thank you very much for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. I'm Joel on the road, and I'll see you at the next World Heritage Site.